Coming up on this special edition of The List, we have help for your home.
There are so many simple, easy things that you can do.
From subscription services for your furniture.
If you want to add something midway through your subscription, no problem.
To utility insurance.
The chances of you having a catastrophic failure is far less than 1% a year.
But first, give your home some stylish new curb appeal.
There's a lot of different levels of landscaping.
It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Rhodes.
And I'm Christina Guerrero. And today, friends, we are doing a special show called Help for Your Home, focusing on ways that you can make life in your nest the best it can be.
And let's work from the outside in and begin with some budget-friendly changes you can make that are guaranteed to sweeten your curb appeal.
Yes, enhancing your home's exterior without breaking the bank is our featured story at the top of the list.
We spend tons of time decorating the inside of our homes, but what about the outside?
So an outdoor space for your home is such an opportunity for your whole home in general.
And right now is the perfect time to revitalize your landscape and get your patio ready. So licensed landscape contractor and TV host Sarah Bendrick is here to help us spruce up our green space without going in the red. And her first tip, do it yourself.
I think there's a lot of different levels of landscaping that are more DIY friendly and maybe some less.
So be honest about your skill level and don't be afraid to seek out advice.
You just want to make sure that you do the right research. You can even hire a pro to come give you a consultation.
Meeting with a pro or a designer can help you create a blueprint for your space.
You can actually hire people for their opinions on things, and then you can decide, you know, what do I want to tackle and not, and see if you want to save money in certain areas, or you might decide, you know what, hiring out is fine with me.
But whatever you do, you can revitalize your outdoor living without ruining your wallet by keeping it low maintenance.
Say, for example, you want to have an outdoor patio space and you want a fire pit. You could get something like this, which is wood burning. You can carry it in, plop it in the center, and you have a focal piece for your space. And this is going to be a lot more cost effective than saying running a gas line from the house and building a stone fire pit that's built into the space. That's going to cost you a lot more, but you can get the same effect.
Or instead of doing a flower garden, do a no flower garden, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like.
When it comes to doing no flowers, you really want to bring in colors and textures and different shades of a certain color.
And the best part is that you aren't dealing with finicky flowers, which can get expensive to care for. The third tip for saving green while redoing your greenery is to think long term.
I think the biggest mistake is getting excited about one or two images online and then trying to implement that somewhere in the space and then not seeing the yard as a whole.
You don't want to end up with a patchwork of different projects, and you want whatever you're creating to have a long-lasting style.
These kind of monochromatic walls with pops of color are way more popular than, say, having a potpourri of color. Going with 1 to 3 colors in your landscape or your patio area will really make it feel more designerly.
And finally, you gotta think outside the box.
Sometimes materials are sky high, like lumber was like crazy expensive. So you want to be able to consider many different types of materials, either resin or wood or metal. And those are all things that can help decorate your space.
You'll find there is more than one way to tackle what you're trying to do.
So doing a little extra resource instead of just going to the obvious choice can save you money and maybe give you a unique and beautiful backyard.
Enhancing the outdoors without breaking the bank is at the top of the list.
Let's say you get a notification on official-looking letterhead suggesting you buy insurance on the sewer line that runs from your house to the street. That underground repair could cost you thousands. So we're scoping out what you should know about sewer line insurance and whether or not you should take on that monthly premium. When a pharmacy sells you a medication, no problem. When some guy on a street corner tries selling you that same medication, not cool. Same product, right? But who's selling it matters. Case in point.
We've been hearing from consumers about mailings they get with logos from their local utility companies.
Kevin Brassler is the executive editor at the nonprofit consumer review and advocacy organization Consumers Checkbook. And those mailings aren't the usual bills or service updates.
There's an offer to sell them insurance to protect against experienced a problem in your sewer or water line.
Hey, if you've gotten these things in the mail, here's what you need to know. First things first, what's legit? Yes, property owners are responsible for the sewer and water lines that run between the house and the main city lines. And yes, it costs a lot to replace the whole shebang.
The solution that's being sold to them, really by a private warranty company, is an insurance plan. It costs as little as $7 a month. In many cases, it's more like $15 a month.
Not bad. And?
We're not seeing a ton of complaints about them denying coverage.
Wait, so they collect relatively low premiums and actually pay out if you have one of these high-cost events. So what's the problem? Few things. Problem one is that they're hyping the risk.
The chances of you having a catastrophic failure, of you having to replace your entire sewer or water line, is far less than 1% a year.
Less than 1%, but that's not what they imply.
Because consumers get these letters under the letterhead and the logos from their local utility companies or their local governments, they think that there's an imminent problem here. Because why else are they warning me about this?
Problem two, they're hyping the expense.
In one marketing scheme we looked at, they were worrying about costs that might be $20,000 or more.
That's a scary number, but
the average claim that they had to pay was very low. Usually, $600, $500 or less. That's not something you typically would buy an insurance policy to cover.
Look, an unexpected $600 bill hurts, but this is why you need an emergency savings account, so you can self-insure against unexpected whammies. And the last problem's just kind of slimy. Why are public entities hawking insurance?
The way they're uniquely misleading is that they're coming in envelopes and on letterhead, not just from the utilities. In the case of Philadelphia, they had city council people sending out these offers. They're not only endorsing it, they're helping to sell it.
Why? Because they're getting a cut.
Cities are helping to sell these plans in exchange for a cut of the premiums. And typically the cut is 15 to 25%. It's a lot.
And these third-party warranty companies are still making money.
The fact that the cities or the utilities get so much of this money speaks to how overpriced the plans themselves are. If they can afford to pay out that kind of selling commission to a city government, it means that there's that much more fat in the policy in terms of what it's not paying out in claims.
Hey, there may be individual situations that make this a good deal, like a bunch of trees, a harsh climate, or just a really old home, but overall,
they're taking advantage of consumers.
We're flushing down the confusion around sewer line warranties.
The long months we spent in our homes has led to a whole new era of redesign. But overhauling the look of your interior can be pricey, which is why Jackie Danker's checking out the booming trend of renting your furniture and home decor.
You can rent homes, cars, even clothing. So why not rent the items that make up your home too?
Our mission is to make it effortless to create your home.
Kristen Toth-Smith is the president and COO of Furnish, a company that allows you to rent or buy furniture and home decor.
You go and you search by the type of item that you want or the room that you're trying to furnish. And when you go to checkout, you check out just like any other e-commerce site, except you're also telling us how long you want to have those things.
And if you end up loving that mirror or mattress, you can buy it.
And they apply all of the payments that they've made to it already to the retail price.
But while you may have heard the phrase renting your house is throwing away your money, when it comes to what's in your house, there are lots of reasons why so many people are flocking to companies like Furnish. First, it's effortless redesign.
We can bring you all of the stuff that you need all at once. We put it all together. We put it in place. We take away all of the wrapping and the boxes and all that other good stuff. So it's super, super convenient.
And you can outfit an entire room, from the sofa to the accent chair to the TV stand and even the lamp and wall art.
You can always just be adding, subtracting.
The next reason these businesses are booming is all the lifestyle changes we've been experiencing.
So COVID was a really interesting time for everybody because all of a sudden there was massive uncertainty. And what that translated into was just not knowing what you were going to need or for how long you were going to need it.
So for lots of people, renting a desk for around $20 a month and an office chair for around $14 a month made more sense than shelling out almost $1,000 to buy the same furniture up front.
Or maybe they got a roommate or a family member who moved in with them and they needed to change that yoga room into an actual bedroom or whatever it was.
The final reason is all about wanting to upgrade your style.
A lot of our customers, though, they want to change and they don't want to spend thousands of dollars redoing their living room where they spend so much of their time.
And the items you're renting often come from high-end brands like Crate and Barrel, so you can have furniture and decor that maybe you couldn't have afforded before.
Some of it is about not wanting that commitment to that furniture for the foreseeable future and just having the flexibility to change things out or know that I can make the decision of whether I want this further on down the road.
We're learning how to save money by renting what's in your home.
We have more help for your home coming up. What your front door's color says about you.
You are committing to the fact that that is the one look at me.
Plus, new security gadgets to help protect your home.
It's very important to keep safe outside.
And get cooking with a kitchen makeover.
One of the key things to remember is that you can do this on a budget.
All that and more next.
Friends, welcome back. Today we are helping you to help your home. And if you'd like a quick and easy way to add a pop of color to your house, paint your front door. And guess what? The color you choose can say a lot about your personality.
Your front door is the first impression you make on your guests. And when it comes to front door colors, there are so many choices.
I always explain it to people, it's like a magician. You know, a color will direct your eye over here, but not over here. So that's a really wonderful thing we can do with color.
Heidi Reese, lead designer at Indigo Interiors, tells us all about what your front door color says about you and how you can use color to get some sweet curb appeal. First up, red.
That takes a little bit of sass and a little bit of sizzle to be able to pull that off. And I think that definitely tells you someone inside is probably going to be a little bit awesome.
Traditionally speaking, red means welcome. Add some red pots and flowers to your landscaping to really tie together this classically bold yet welcoming look. Next up, yellow.
Yellow is a flashy color. That's for people who like to stand out in a crowd and who definitely do not shy away from being the center of attention.
But being the center of attention comes with some rules.
You really can't have any other yellow accents on the front of the home. When you're painting your door yellow, you are committing to the fact that that is the one look at me feature on your home that everybody wants to notice, because the yellow door will not be ignored.
The final color on our list, blue.
Blue is such a beautiful classic front door color, and I think that it does instill confidence in people.
The calming and confident tones of blue are often used in airplanes.
Pretty much every carrier I can think of has blue on the inside of their aircraft. People carry that over to their home. Definitely tells you something about the person living inside, that they do like classic things. You feel like the person's trustworthy.
Freshen up your blue front door with an accent color.
The really cool thing about blue is that you balance it with a pop of white, and it really just makes everything feel fresh.
Bringing personality to our homes with a little pop of color.
If you want to rest easier knowing your home is safe and secure, there's tech that can give you some peace of mind. Here are 3 high-tech home security gadgets you may want to pick up to help lock down your home security. Coming in at number 1, iCube, a wire-free 1080p motion detection camera that's powered by the sun.
Thanks to solar technology and energy-saving technology, iCube will keep on working forever without needing to be charged.
Since it's solar-powered, wireless, and portable, you can stick it wherever you want. Backyard, front door, kids' play area. You can even take it with you on, say, a camping trip.
It's very important to keep safe outside. iCube, allowing you to recharge your phone or another device.
Whenever it detects motion, it flips on and starts streaming video to the app on your smartphone.
iCube even has a 2-way audio system for communicating with visitors.
This one will set you back $100 and is available at imag-electronics.com. At number 2, the S1 Smart Lock.
Has various unlock methods. It is safe and convenient. You can unlock the lock easily with the light touch. Your smartphone is your key.
It also unlocks with a punch-in passcode, and if its battery dies, it can be accessed with a physical key.
You can even ask Alexa and Google Assistant to unlock your front door.
It has an auto lock setting, so you'll never forget to secure your door, and You can send someone like, say, a housekeeper, a temporary electronic key with an access time window.
The app will send you push notifications to tell you when the door opens. You can also access the lock opening records at any time.
If you want to lock this one down, prices start at $250, and you can find it at yeeuu.com. Those first two products require a wireless network, so let's secure that Wi-Fi with the third home security gadget on our list, Deeper Connect Mini.
This is a plug-and-play device with zero configuration needed. It couldn't be easier.
It's basically a virtual private network with no subscription cost, and it has a firewall to keep all your devices safe from hackers.
It prevents your online history from being tracked or used by third parties. Your data will be transmitted independently. No more privacy issues.
It's available at deeper.network for $325. Techie ways to secure our home. Lots more to come on the list, so stay with us. Welcome back. Here's one big way people are helping their home, revamping their kitchens. It's the center of everything from food to family gatherings, so it needs a little extra love. Heidi Fogelssong's adding kick to your kitchen and on a budget.
According to Good Housekeeping, the average kitchen remodel costs over $20,000, with high-end ones averaging $50K. Ouch. But
there are so many simple, easy things that you can do to update your kitchen on a budget.
To learn how, we turn to interior designer James Judge. Starting with paint the cabinets.
A lot of people are scared to paint their cabinets, but there's nothing to be scared about, because if you don't like how they turn out, you can simply paint them again.
You can paint them any color, but James often goes with a darker color.
So right now I'm in a 1930s kitchen, and these cabinets have been around for a long time. But by painting them a darker color, it's helped to really disguise some of their imperfections while still enhancing them and making them look awesome.
Which brings us to our next pro tip. Accessorize with cabinet hardware.
Think about cabinet hardware as being the jewelry for the cabinetry.
And you can do it on the cheap. Just take a look at what details your kitchen already has. For example,
so if there's something pre-existing within that space in terms of a metal finish, I usually like to enhance and cater towards that. In this kitchen, we actually maintained the original antique brass cabinet hinges. A lot of times this would be old and something that people would absolutely remove, but we kept them, and then we actually did new antique brass handles to match.
Finally, we're putting the finishing touches on with decor.
It's also important to think about what you have in terms of space. So a lot of times, if you don't have a great drawer for all your utensils, find a cool jug or jar and put them on the table and actually use them in the counter setting. Artwork, it goes a long way in the kitchen, and it's oftentimes makes a big visual statement. I usually like to go with bigger art to really help fill the wall and create the space.
Dinner's ready in our newly updated and budget-friendly kitchen.
Welcome back to our Help for Your Home show. Ask most people if they love doing laundry, and of course, they'll probably answer no. But one man is on a mission to change that. Meet the clean clothes connoisseur who's ushering us into the world of laundry love.
Machine wash cold, dry clean only, hand wash, dry flat. It's no wonder we dread doing laundry.
And the truth is, it's easy.
Meet Patrick Richardson, aka the Laundry Evangelist. He believes you can love doing laundry. In fact, he loves it so much, he even has a laundry camp in the Mall of America in Minneapolis.
Welcome to Laundry Camp.
With his Laundry Love book and Discovery Plus TV show, the Laundry Guy is setting out to teach America how to wash our clothes the right way. So forget everything you thought you knew about laundry, because with his tips and tricks, it'll go from a chore to loads of fun.
I don't know of anything that isn't washable because I've washed everything I owned for 11 years.
So first up, toss the tag. You know, the one on the inside of the clothing with confusing symbols telling you what you can and can't do.
Whenever you see one of those tags, here's what you do. Reach into the junk drawer, get out the scissors, and just cut it out.
He says that anything and everything can be washed at home. From a wedding dress to a wool suit. You just have to know the method to use for the type of fabric. But before you get to washing, you need the right tools.
The number one thing I want to see in the laundry room is a disco ball, because then it's fun. If I see fabric softener or dryer sheets, I'll just scream. because I hate them.
And he says you should too, because they cover your clothing in a coating that creates an artificial feeling of softness and makes them less absorbent.
I do want to see vinegar. I do want to see a horsehair brush.
These are used to scrub out stains on clothing. Then, instead of detergent, which is filled with chemicals and additives, Patrick prefers laundry soap.
The reason I like soap is it rinses 100% clean. And when you have a cashmere sweater, when you wear it, it's like you're wearing, a heavenly cloud. So you want whatever's in it to rinse 100% clean so that it still feels that way.
But wait, we're still not doing laundry yet because we need to wash less.
We wash our clothes way too much.
So how do you know when it's time?
If it gets stinky and you can't spray it with vodka because vodka will remove odor, it's time to wash it.
Doing it too much is actually killing your clothes.
There's so much abrasion that the fibers are actually breaking off and going into the lint trap. So lint is literally your clothes dying.
We love our clothes. Now it's time to love laundry.
And my final tip is, if you don't believe me, tell your family you're going to the laundry room and they won't follow you. So if nothing else, you can get some time to yourself.
And that's how you can fall in love with laundry.
Jimmy, that last tip might be my favorite. Hiding from my kids in the laundry room, genius.
That's laundry and time alone. 2 birds, 1 stone.